Mm.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 101 of Scion of the Dark House, a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition Gothic horror podcast. Because it is Gothic horror, there may be some things that come up to a line for some people, such as blood, violence, gore, body horror, talk of abuse and trauma, child endangerment, and other such things. If anything comes up to a line for you, please take a break. Your support means a lot to us, but so does your mental health. So, where last we left off, the party had defeated Sebastian Argenta, disintegrating him, freeing the Irenes that tortured him to go back to the deepest pits of the nine hells to continue tormenting him once his soul reformed. They continued onward, making their way through the city of Basilica into the great basilica where St. Peleus was presumably residing. They found an altar dedicated to three different concepts within the intercessory faith: compunction, attrition, and abnegation. They entered the shrine of compunction to find Fatima had been conjured from the dead, and they defeated her for the tears of compunction to go on the altar. They then entered the shrine of abnegation and found that residing there was Petrov Alexandre, the other part of the strange alchemist gravedigger duo that Arthur had been tasked with killing at the very beginning of this journey. And it seems, should things go his way, he will finally get to finish the contract. But at the moment, you all have watched as Petrov has breathed fire into the air. The flames dance behind the smoke, seeming to gain a life of their own, two huge columns of flame. And he stands before you, ready and willing to kill you. So I'm going to need an initiative roll from everyone.
Hmm. That'll be a 24.
24 for Arthur.
Et pour Rerek,
You got a 5.
Rerek got a 22.
22
Lark
for
got a
Rerek.
12.
Percy got a 5. Lark got a 12. Petrov. And then the two fire things. They did not roll very well. They really did not roll really well. All right.
Excellent.
So first up is going to be Arthur with Rerek on deck. That's like the third time that has happened.
Um, Weird. I think maybe it's because I'm holding his die.
True.
Yeah. So is it just him that's we're facing right now?
For the moment, it seems that the dancing flames may come later.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I feel like this is like a moment for Arthur, like, you know, uh, he's not as scared of fire anymore. It's more under his control. He's got this whole bow going on. What's the thing that it does? Hang on. I want to do the dragon breath thing, but I think I forgot to put it on my sheet. What is it?
It's like a 30-foot cone. I forget how much damage it does.
Dragon. Here we go. 30-foot cone. Each creature saving throw, damage, da da da. Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark him.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess move up to where I can reach him within 30 feet and blast him with a flame cone. Flame breath thing.
All right. You walk up to him and you pull your bowstring back, letting it go, the flames washing in a cone over him, and they do nothing.
Fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Super anticlimactic, everybody. All right.
Yes. As you stare, as he turns, his eye still filled with fire to glare directly at you,
Fuck.
as it is not his turn yet.
Okay, well, so I'm gonna stash my bow. And let's. I doubt I have any movement speed left. And that was my action, so that's it. I'm right here, just 30 feet away, chilling.
Yep.
And then we'll have Jazz, I guess. What can no, probably 50 feet. She would have to dash. I'm assuming if he was that far away. We'll just have her move up to my side.
Okay. So next up is Rerek.
Fireball. No, no. Okay. Yeah, magic missile, 7th level.
Sure.
So 9. Noise. 30.
30 points of damage. Ooh. Still not out of the triple digits, but a good chunk.
Fair.
He barely makes a sound as he is just pelted with these magic missiles before standing up, resolute once again, staring forward, his eyes still burning with fire.
Guys, I fucked up. Guys. I fucked up. Real bad.
All right.
That's gonna be it for Rerek. He's just gonna stay right where he's at near the entrance, firing his
Yep. So next up is going to be Lark.
I'm gonna separate myself from everybody by flying as high as I can so that, like, if a fireball gets thrown at them, it won't hit me. What's
enough.
like the ceiling in this place?
You cannot see the ceiling. It is very high.
Okay. And is it like full of smoke?
It is full of smoke.
Does my dark vision help with that at all, or no?
No, because smoke is not darkness.
Okay.
So if you go up to 30 feet, I will say it's very hazy. You would probably have disadvantage on ranged shots.
Okay, I guess I'll do something before I fly then. I will what do I do? I think I'm gonna try to mind whip him. So give me, or well, actually, let's do this smart. Think smarter, not harder. I'm gonna use a cantrip first. I'm gonna mind sliver first. So please give me an intelligence saving throw.
Ooh, he has a +0 to that. You rolled a 12.
Okay, so he is gonna take, what level are we? We're 13th level. So he's gonna take 3d6 psychic damage. So, okay. So he's going to take 10 psychic damage. And he has to subtract a d4 from the next saving throw he makes before the end of my turn.
Cool.
I'm going to quicken a spell next.
Ooh, is it Tasha's Mind Whip?
It is Tasha's Mind Whip.
Ooh.
And a surprise.
Yeah, it's like, let's do this in the right order to make it even worse for him.
Yes, ma'am. You know what's hilarious? I think I have the exact same combo set up on my what the fuck is she? A bard block.
It is a good one. So yeah, so Lark's just gonna like tilt his head in one direction as he's just like, who are you again? As he mind slivers. And then after it hits, he's gonna tilt his head in the other direction and be like, oh, the dumb one, as he mind whips. Because there's no like, and yeah, so another intelligence saving throw, please.
With a d4 subtracted.
With a d4 subtracted.
Oh. Well, he didn't need to subtract the d4 because he rolled a 5 with a -1 from the d4.
Okay.
Yay! So it's going to be another, it does the same amount of damage as my cantrip, and it's a 2nd level spell.
Oh, wow.
That's fine. It's not the damage you cast this spell over. It's another 10 psychic damage.
Okay. Still in the triple digits.
On his next turn, he gets to either move, take an action, or a bonus action. He only gets one. He can't do all 3. He either if he needs to move, he can move, but he can't do anything else. He can take an action or a bonus action. He can't do multiple things on his turn. I will fly like, I guess 15 feet-ish. I just want to use my movement to separate from the rest of everybody because like I'm just like, this guy's fiery. I've seen Rerek throw enough fireballs to know that I don't want to be close enough to the rest of them to get hit.
Does he also lose reaction? I can't remember.
I don't think he loses a reaction on this. He only gets it. He doesn't lose his reactions. Just when his next turn happens,
okay,
he has to pick what he's gonna do out of the three options. He can't do the other two.
I don't remember.
All right. So it is then his turn, and he is going to pull his hand back. Fire forms in his hand, and he shoots forward 2 small balls of fire towards you, Arthur. He's going to attack you twice with disadvantage. Right.
Disadvantage on the first. If I take damage, it deactivates, and then...
Oh, well, it was super lucky that was at disadvantage because that was a natural 20, but instead he gets 22.
Poop.
I'm assuming that hits.
With disadvantage, that is some bullshit. Yes, I don't have anything that can like react to that. So yeah, that hits.
All right, I'm gonna roll. Oh, it's 3. Uh-oh, okay.
Wait, what is he using?
He is using an attack.
Okay, is he undead or aberrant?
He is undead.
Okay, would this be one of his abilities?
No, it's just an attack.
Okay, go ahead.
So that is 20 points of fire damage.
Yes.
And the second one doesn't have disadvantage.
Correct. Hang on.
Oh my god.
No. 1?
Natural 20.
God, love it. Oh, crap. Why is it always fire directly to the face? Why? Every time.
Was it a nat 20?
It was a nat 20.
Every
I'm going to use my reaction to Silvery Barbs that.
All right.
As you just hear Lark like whisper, the dumb one. The dumb one. The dumb
So
one.
that turns into an 11.
Okay, that will miss.
Okay, so it sails right past you. And that is the end of his turn.
Right.
However,
I will give Arthur advantage on his next attack with my Silvery Barbs, though.
Awesome. So then the 2 flames begin to move. One drops to the ground and is going to head straight towards you, Arthur, because you were the one that attacked first. And it's going to make 2 attacks against you. Does the disadvantage come back up?
Not until my next turn.
All right, so I'll just make the 2 rolls then.
Oh,
that is not good.
I am not supposed to get hit.
So one is a 12 and one is a 13.
Thank God.
As you dodge out of the way of the flames.
Oh. Okay, I said I was better with fire, not that I wanted more of it.
And then the second flame, because it can fly. Oh, wait, no, it can't. Oh. That's sad. It drops to the ground and it's going to go for Rerek.
Doesn't he have like fire resistance or something?
Yes, he does.
Okay, cool.
Because he's a golden dragonborn.
Right.
Which is lucky because one is a dirty 20 and the other is a 24.
Yep. I'll do it.
So both hit. So I will roll.
It's the first time he's taking damage, so I got to pull up the calculator.
Oh, yeah. it's 3, and I have 6 of these, so I can just roll it all once. It's all the same. Just divide it by 2 because resistance. Where is my other? There it is. So that is. Oh, wow. Between the 2 attacks that landed, that's 17 points of fire damage.
Oh, delightful. Okay.
Divided by 2. I didn't divide that by 2 yet.
So what, 9? Or do we round down? No, I think it's up. Round up to 9? Yes?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
I mean, either way, right? Like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, Rerek just kind of like, what?
As he gets smacked with fire.
Yeah.
Yep. And so finally, we're at the bottom of the list. It is Percy's turn.
There we go.
So now there's the big boy and 2 little fire guys.
Yeah.
How close is everything together?
One's up on Rerek, who was by the door. Like, he didn't move. One attacked me,
Yes.
and I'm 30 feet straight in front of the dude, who I guess was in the middle of the room.
Yep.
Then the dude is 30 feet away, so none of them were close to each other.
No.
No.
Cool.
One fire elemental is at least 30 feet away. The other is probably, I would say, maybe 60 feet away from the guy. So they're very separated.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go move forward, I guess, and then do a sacred flame plus spiritual weapon.
Hmm.
Cool. So I'll do a dexterity saving throw. I'm assuming you're doing it on Petrov. Le dude.
Le dude.
He has a -1 for dexterity, so he gets a 13.
Mm-hmm. 22 radiant damage.
22 radiant damage. Amazing.
A 28 to hit on the
Good lord, yes, it hits.
That's going to be 16 force damage.
13?
16.
16. Okay. Yep. Weirdly, he continues to stand resolute as he is getting beat the fuck up by these things, just assaulting him from every angle. So we are going then back up to the top with Arthur and Rerek on deck.
Lovely. Well, so if Arthur's gonna be like, well, if fire won't hurt you, then let's try fear. And he like flashes out his psychic blades. He's gonna use both of them. And we are going to poo. I was gonna Zephyr Strike, but then I'm like, no, technically that would be double advantage on the same attack from his Mind Sliver, not advantage on both attacks. So let's do.
Oh, right. Because you have advantage because the silvery barbs.
But I can still cast in. You know what? Actually, no. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make them ranged attacks. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna back up 30 feet. Keep the advantage. And then
the fire elemental is going to get an attack of opportunity against you.
Go for it.
Oh, and does the disadvantage come back because it's your turn now?
It would, yes.
All right. Let me grab my other d20 so I can just Oh my god. Okay.
No, did it get like a 20 again?
It got a 23.
Mother trucker. Yeah, go ahead.
So that is how many points of damage? Eh. It is only 2d6. So that's going to be 13 points of fire damage.
Nice. Okay.
Additionally, you are now, your shoulder, as it's whacked you while you backed away, is on fire.
Delightful. What I'm sorry, apparently that didn't save. Do you remember what was the damage from the last time I got hit? I only got hit the once.
I don't remember, honestly.
All right, I know it was big. You want to call it 20?
I think it was like, why do I want to say it was like 36 or something?
Was it bigger? Okay, we'll call it 36. That's fine. 49. Okay, I am very badly hurt. But so we got the opportunity attack. I'm still not gonna aim at it. I'm gonna aim at Petrov.
Mm-hmm.
And so yes, advantage. And what am I gonna do? You know what? I'm gonna mark him. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
I'm gonna mark him, and then we're gonna fire my psychic blade as a ranged weapon attack.
Mm-hmm.
27.
That hits.
And so that gets an you said he is undead?
He is undead.
Okay. So sneak attack. And then Hunter's Mark. I think it's just one. Hunter's Mark is just one, right? Yeah.
1d4, yeah.
1, 2, 3. Okay. There's a total of 22 damage from the psychic blade.
Woof. That was the first one or both of them?
No, we're just gonna do the one because I used my bonus action to mark him.
Oh. All right. So is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that'll be me, and then I guess we'll send Jazz after the lava thingy.
That's right next to you? Or that was right next to you?
Yes.
All right. She will not get a charge unless she does a loop round or a run and run back. Also, I don't think it can get knocked over.
Is it immune to prone?
It's immune to prone.
Okay.
It's a column of fire.
Yeah, it's cool. She'll just she's gonna bite attack it actually because she was already close, so.
All right.
And that's a 24.
Yep, that hits. However, because its body is so hot, she is going to take some damage.
Oh no.
Because it's literally made of fire.
Okay.
She takes 6 points of fire damage.
All right. Well, 17 piercing.
17 piercing for the fire.
What the hell?
Wait, you said 17?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to say it's that one.
49.
Is that all for Jasmine?
Yes, that's all for her. I'm sorry, my sheet was doing stupid thing. Like it didn't save her HP, it didn't save mine.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I got it. It's cool.
All right. So
Okay.
now we have Rerek's turn.
Oh, piss.
Yeah.
Magic missile again. What did we use? We used a 5th. We used a 7th. I used a 6th.
Mm-hmm.
So what does he have?
I will say during the short rest that Lark took, you could have used Arcane Recovery, although that would not have gotten the higher spell slots back.
We would have just gotten the 5th.
Yeah, would have just gotten the 5th.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, then we'll just do another 5th level.
Are you doing it towards Petrov?
You know what? Actually, no. 5 is gonna do what? Seven darts?
Yes.
So we'll send three, no, 4 to the one Jasmine just hit and 3 to the other elemental.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So the one Jasmine just hit is gonna take 12. And the other one, it's gonna be 13.
All right. Both of them are out of the triple digits. Awesome. And is that the end of his turn?
Yeah, I think so. Unless maybe there's like anything he can take cover behind or something. Because his AC is poop.
There are the pews.
Okay.
He can take cover behind, but they're only but he would have to get down on the ground in order to do so. The columns are not as thick as they were back in Fatima's area.
Okay, yeah, sure. He'll do that, I guess. Because I don't think he has any spells he can cast as a bonus action or any abilities or anything.
All right.
Yep, we're gonna do that.
Cool. All right. So it is now Petrov's turn.
I thought I went before he did.
He has a 13, you have a 12.
I was gonna say,
I fucked that up.
he started.
So we'll just switch it. It's fine. Lark, you can go first, and then
I was gonna say, because I had my reaction for last round before we went. I think I'm gonna. So why not? Let's Eldritch Blast. I didn't do it last round. Maybe the dice will be with me this time. Well, no, wait. I'll take the
May
first.
the dice be with you.
First round. Ooh, one's a nat 20.
Ooh.
So nat 20, which turns into like a 30. That's my spell attack modifier. Is it
plus billion?
It is. Oh, it's plus 13. I've been doing my math wrong all night. I've only been doing plus 11. Fuck me. I've probably hit more often than I thought I was.
Probably.
Kyle. Okay, so the nat 20 is a 33. The 19 becomes a 32. The 6 becomes a 19.
Wow, all 3 of them hit.
Because my Bloodwell vial is a thing. Look at your magic items in your sheets instead of just thinking you have them memorized, kids. Lesson of the night.
Yeah.
Okay. 19 plus 15 is 34 force damage on the first round.
Ooh.
I'm shooting the guy too, if that.
Yes, I figured.
Petrov,
yeah. So 39 force damage on the first round.
Ouch.
Illusionist Bracers.
Thank you. Remind me never, ever again to get within 100 feet of anybody, ever.
So with Illusionist Bracers, I don't have to spend the sorcery points to quicken my cantrips anymore. So lowest roll is a 6 plus 13 is a 19, and none of them. Oh, I didn't double the damage off the nat 20. So add another 10 damage to that first one. Sorry.
Okay, well, he's dead. No one is within. Nope, no one is within 10 feet.
I can push him. I'll push him the 10 feet just to be on the safe side too with the killing blows.
Okay. Yeah, as he flies backwards, you actually see the inside of it. Yep. The inside of his body begins to glow as he swells up before exploding, sending shrapnel of metal, gouts of flame, and smoke everywhere. So now you just have the 2 fire elementals, which have both been damaged. One on Jasmine and the other on Rerek.
Oh, God. Oh, okay, who's up?
Lark is still shooting. So your 3 bolts are going to go towards which fire elemental because they're all going to hit.
Oh, okay. We'll send the 3 bolts towards the fire elemental that was on Arthur because Rerek has 5 resistance. He's not going to take as much damage.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
So that'll be 8 plus 15 is... What's 8 plus 15? 23. 23 force damage to that one.
Awesome.
And I'll shove it 10 feet away from Arthur. Or Rerek. Arthur.
Jasmine.
On him. Jasmine, yeah.
All right. So, yep, it gets shoved back into the pews. The pews begin burning. So it's no longer Petrov's turn. However, it is the fire elemental's turn. It's going to slide on over to you, Arthur, and it's going to make 2 more attacks against you at disadvantage.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I had a turn.
Yes, you did have a turn, so it would be at disadvantage. The first one's definitely going to miss.
Yeah, okay, so the second one.
And the second one does a dirty 20 hits you, right?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I'm lucky I have that cloak, really.
That's going to be 11 points of fire damage.
Mother lover.
Oh, also you did have a turn, so you're going to be taking some fire damage because you're currently on fire.
Right?
You take 1 point of fire damage.
Delightful. Okay, cool.
Yep. And then the other one is going to go for Rerek. It's going to make 2 attacks. I'm assuming it does not have disadvantage on either of the attacks.
What? A Rerek? No.
Yes. Well, I'm assuming a 9 misses and a 12 misses. Or does the 12 hit?
Nope, they both miss, actually.
All right, so he just backs up as this fire elemental sweeps towards him. All right, and now it is Percy's turn. There's the fire elemental on Rerek and the fire elemental on Arthur.
Again.
And Arthur's also on fire.
And very badly hurt.
Either of the fire elemental within 20 feet of my spiritual weapon.
If you move your spiritual weapon, yeah.
Cool, I'll do that and do a spiritual weapon attack on whichever one I can hit.
That would be the one on Arthur.
Hell yeah, that one. That is a 29.
A 29?
Yeah.
Yep, that hits. Roll damage.
Better.
Let's see. 20 radiant damage.
20.
Force damage. And then I'll do a Toll the Dead.
Ooh. What saving throw is that? Is it wisdom? I know it's either wisdom or charisma.
What?
Oh, your mic did something funny again.
Wisdom DC 20.
Oh yeah, my god. Okay. It's probably not going to make it. Nope. It's got a 14, so it's going to be taking, what, 3d12 damage plus your wisdom modifier because of potent spellcasting? 3d12 because it's injured.
Yep. Oh, Jesus. I rolled high. That is 30 necrotic damage.
Oh my god, that is exactly lethal.
Hell yeah.
As the fire seems to lose its shape, go wild, and then slowly die, moving down to the ground, leaving just a scorch mark. There's only one fire elemental left.
All right, motherfucker.
And we are back up to the top with Arthur.
It's on.
You're also going to
take
1 point of fire damage.
Exactly. All right. So how far away is this thing that's on Rerek from me now?
How far back did you move from Petrov? When you backed up?
Another 30 so that I was 60.
Okay, so then it would be 30 feet away.
Okay, cool. I can work with that. So we are going to, I'm gonna draw my I'm gonna draw Soul Spit, actually. I'm gonna bring him back out for the first time in a while.
Oh. That's the
vampiric short sword.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna use him. And we're gonna use Zephyr Strike with it.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, so that will give me my sneak attack. And also D8 force.
Nice.
So here we go. All right, well, 26 before I rolled the advantage, but might as well do it in case we crit. We
Yep.
did not.
That hits.
All right. So that's going to be 9 plus a D8 plus those 2 little guys. Do that thing. Which is, oh, beautiful. A total of 18.
Oof. Well, I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah. Yep, sure is. Yeah, wow, that's rough. That's poop.
All right.
Yep, I think that's it for me because bonus action, Zephyr Strike, move.
Oh, and you made a melee attack against it?
I did, yes.
Take an additional, ouch, 8 points of fire damage.
Oh, poo. Jeez. Why is it always fire? Okay, I'm just gonna die for a second.
Oh no, did you drop to 0?
I'll be over here. No, but I am very, very close. Definitely should have cast Healing Spirit, but it's cool. We will have Jasmine just try to bite fire again. See how well that works out.
Okay.
She will oh shit, she's pretty far away, isn't she?
Yeah, like 60 feet or so.
Fuck, then
Or
she's
55.
She's just gonna dash over to me. No, actually, she doesn't need to. She's well, yeah, she would. She'd still have to dash.
Oh, because her speed is only 50 feet, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, she's gonna dash to me, and that's it.
All right. So next up is Rerek, who
Man,
is standing right
sucks.
next to this thing.
All right. Rerek is going to not that. Nope, that's not gonna work. Would Arthur and Jazz, they wouldn't be within 15 feet of Rerek. No, because you said I was 30 feet away from the thing.
Well, you moved up to slash at it with a melee attack.
True.
So you are within 5 feet of Rerek.
Piss.
At most 10 if you somehow decided to do a flanking maneuver, but you're most likely 5 feet away from Rerek.
Can we say that I kept moving with the bonus speed from Zephyr Strike?
It would get to make an attack of opportunity against you.
No, it would not. That's one of Zephyr Strike's abilities.
Oh, okay, then yes. You just
All right.
come up, swipe, and keep on going.
Yep, yeah, that's kind of the thing. That's what my intention was. I just kind of forgot to say that. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Okay.
So if that's the case, then Jazz over with me, and because her dash has plenty of, he's gonna Thunder Wave, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah. But we're gonna do it at 4th level.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So that is what is it? 2d8 plus 3 more. So it will be a total of 5d8 if it hits. Or if it fails to save. So I need a Constitution saving throw.
It's pretty good at these. But it gets a 16.
Fabulous. That is a fail. So it's pushed 10 feet away, and it's going to take 5d8 thunder.
5d8 thunder.
27.
27. Oof, it's looking real hurt. As much as a sentient column of fire can look hurt.
Yeah. All right, cool. That's gonna be Rerek.
All right, then over to Lark.
Let me see here.
With then the fire elemental and then Percy.
Lowest I rolled on my first round was a 19.
All of those hit. All of those hit. Sentient fire is not that hard to hit, surprisingly.
Just take this thing the fuck out, like, please.
29 force damage.
Oof.
Is it still up?
Yeah, it's still up. But not for much longer.
Illusionist bracers.
Yay.
Lowest I
Yes.
rolled on this round was an 18. Do all 3 hit?
Yep. Like I said, sentient fire is not that hard to hit.
Evidently. But it does hurt.
10, 20 plus 15 is 35 force damage.
Oh yeah, you kill this thing.
Oh, thank Christ.
The flames slowly
Thanks.
die down as they go wild and then burn to embers and scorch marks on the stone. And now the smoke begins to lift and slowly drain from the inside of the cathedral. It looks pretty much like a cathedral with a stupefyingly high ceiling. But the smoke goes away to reveal a completely and utterly wrecked room.
Sorry.
Filled with broken pews, broken glass, various alchemical setups that have all been smashed in a rage, papers everywhere that surprisingly didn't catch fire. Once again, still the alchemical formulae scrawled with the I hate yous, fuck yous, how does this make sense? You shouldn't be doing that. What the fuck is this symbol? Kind of notes all over them. However, hovering above the blast point where Petrov Alexandre exploded, there is a small purple flame hovering about 2 inches off the ground.
I'm gonna sit down for a minute. Somebody wants to.
Can I use Mage Hand to like cup underneath it and see if I can lift it?
Yeah, you can lift it. It lifts like any normal object. It feels like it would only weigh as much as maybe like a couple of copper coins.
But it's actually a fire, right?
But it is a fire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're not sure if it'll burn you, but it certainly is physical enough to pick up.
Do you think we can put this in the bag?
I think maybe we better.
You are muted.
I said, does it hurt to touch?
He mage handed it.
You touch it, Percy. You tell me.
I just put my hand near it and see if it gets like hot.
Surprisingly, no.
Yeah, pick it up. I think it's probably fine.
Oh, sure. The fire that you touch doesn't burn you.
Oh, you are looking pretty rough there, Arthur.
I'll come look do some medicine on Arthur. How much you missing, bud?
That's all I have.
You have
5 hit points.
Oh, if you spend all of your hit dice, would you be able to recover?
I think I could, because I don't think I expended any. I spent some of Jasmine's.
Short rest.
Another short rest.
Where are my hit die?
Under hit dice.
Thank you. Oh no, wait. Okay, you have to go to short rest. Okay, there it is.
Yeah, you have to go to short rest and you can click them and add them all up and all that. So remember, when you take a long rest, you will only be getting half of those back. Well, half of your total, I think.
Oh,
so
I've used all of my D6s, so whoops.
Yep. And you still have one more and St. Peleus to go through, so have fun.
Why is it not? Oh.
I think you need to confirm it. It does this weird thing where it's like, are you sure? And then cancels it if you don't click confirm fast enough.
No, it's like, it's not letting me actually, it's not rolling the dice.
That's weird. I don't know. I don't use D&D Beyond all that often, so...
Actually, what the actual fuck?
No clue.
I don't fucking know. It's fine. I'm just gonna roll some dice.
All right. So you are sitting in this shrine of abnegation. What would you all like to do? Do you do anything during your short rest except stare at the wall, or?
Percy like sits down to pray and then goes like, "Do I not do that anymore?" Like what? I need to consider some things.
I mean, you still have powers.
Yeah. Percy sits there and contemplates the recent events that have traumatized him.
And may continue to, depending
Yeah.
on what's behind door number 3.
How many hit points did you get? Are you back to full, Arthur?
No, and I didn't even use all my dice, but I am pretty damn close, so
Okay.
I'm good.
Do you want me to top you off, or?
If you got a cantrip,
I have a healer's kit.
that'll work.
You.
Yeah.
Okay. You regain 20 HP.
Oh Jesus, yeah, I'm good.
But you can recover 20 HP off of a healer's kit now.
Well, he has the healer's feat,
Healer's feet. I
which gives
heal
like
you for 1d6 plus 4 plus your maximum number of hit dice.
Oh shit.
it's an insane feat.
That's actually pretty cool. Just
You only do it for
right out of
I
nowhere.
can't do it for Arthur.
Yeah, I only have 75 HP. Like,
You're so delicate and frail.
no. Well, my Constitution modifier is 1.
Snaps out of it and starts bandaging Arthur up a little bit.
Yeah. Thanks.
I always forget that I'm the thickest of the boys in some regards.
Apparently, somehow.
Yeah.
How much health do you have?
I have 89.
Rerek's 106.
Bro, I have 116.
Oh.
Wait, how does Rerek have 106?
Because his Constitution is insane.
Oh, right.
He drops a shitload into con.
For some reason.
For why, I don't know, because he has no concentration spells.
Does he have any concentration spells?
I was like, it would make sense if he had a shitload of debuffs, but like, he doesn't. So
who knows?
I don't know, but he has really fucking high HP. So
he's a very beefy wizard.
He is the beefiest wizard. Like,
well, he is also a Dragonborn.
I was gonna say,
it kind of makes sense.
Plus Dragonborn, so I think he gets a bonus there anyway.
I don't think so.
He doesn't? Con?
Not a con bonus from Dragonborn, I don't think.
I would have
I
thought.
think normal Dragonborn get like strength and charisma or something, but if you use the Tasha's custom variant rules, he should have gotten to pick where the bonuses went.
Right, because they
yeah,
removed
fair.
all that from the yeah.
I'm gonna just do the
Strength
Lark
and charisma.
Mambo.
The Lark Mambo.
Lark Mambo. I'm gonna
get a bunch of sorcery points and
of
shit.
Course.
Well, I can't use my Pearl of Power or my Blood Bowl Vial again, but I will regain 2 sorcery points off of 2 first level spell slots that regenerate.
Oh, from the short rest, yep.
So that'll put me up to, based on my math, 11 after everything's said and done. So, I mean, it's 2 extra sorcery points that lets me quicken something. If I need to. If I want to do leveled spells and cantrips in one turn. And I'm not just slinging cantrips for free. The Eldritch Blast is one hell of a drug.
Very much so. All right. So, what y'all doing now?
We have one more of these to
Door
do.
number 3.
We do have one more of these stupid things to do.
So you have the tears of compunction, the flame of abnegation, and you don't know what attrition is until you go through the door.
Does this mean you can finally get paid for that job, Arthur?
I suppose, although at this point it's rather paltry.
I will say the only because what was it, like 100 gold or something like that for
I think
each? It was like 100 gold for each, which was a lot of money back when you weren't like printing money.
Yeah, I had to buy a decent set of armor, like I hadn't
hadn't looted it yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess I could, but I likely won't. Not unless that wasn't a contract from the Dove. That was just like a contract.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
will say the only recognizable bit of Petrov is the iron mask that is still somehow intact after he exploded.
which
Um,
likely nobody who is looking for Petrov would recognize as associated with him in any way. So, you know, tis what tis, my friend. Tis what tis. Such is the assassin's game. You kill him too good sometimes.
Dorp will go with that. All right.
Or sometimes they just fucking disintegrate.
Oh, very true. What did happen to Garfield Flask? He exploded too, right?
I
I think he
believe he did.
exploded too.
Yeah, I think that was the time when I was using Scorching Ray still, and it freaked Arthur out because the smell of burning flesh.
Oh, yeah.
He tried running away from us, but we had spells that had a range of 120 feet.
Yeah, that wasn't working
Yes.
out at all. We were all
Yep.
All
Yep, that
right.
didn't work out too well for him.
So I guess yeah, don't wait, we're having a short rest. So he can so what can Rerek do? He can get back some spell slots?
No, if he already did it, then he can't do it again until he takes a
Oh,
long rest. It's
because
only
the once
one
a
short
day.
rest. It's once a day on a short rest, not per short rest.
He already did his arcane recovery.
Mm-hmm.
So that resets at a long rest.
Yes.
Okay, got
But
it.
he has to use it during a short rest.
Yeah.
So any of his short rests, he could do it.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Makes sense. All right.
Yep.
Well, let's do it.
Third door.
All right.
A numero 3.
Third fight of the day. Well, fourth. Fourth
Yeah.
fight. Fourth fight. Let's see how this goes down. All right. So you head back down through the garden of crumpled up papers, back into the hallway, into the central chamber, and through the center door, which interestingly, as you go forward, does not, in fact, go to a garden. It goes to almost a narthex of a sort. Stained glass windows where blood red light comes through, depicting saints. A wooden door in a beautiful facade, but like the inside sort of thing, like a door on the inside of the cathedral. There is also a font, almost a baptismal font, with what appears to be just water. Unsure if it's holy or unholy or whatever. It's just sitting there with the wooden door in front of you.
Hmm. Is this one like one of yours, or anybody recognize a font?
Am I able to tell anything religious about this?
You can roll a religion check if you want to. It's not going to be very high, just because.
Yeah, that's gonna be a unnatural 20.
What'd you
Unnatural
get?
20.
Unnatural 20. Yeah, this is like a baptismal font. It has some water in it. You can't tell if holy water is holy water by looking at it, but I mean, if it's in this place, it's probably not holy water. It could just be water.
Fair.
So
For the regular baptismal font, I don't know if we even need to do anything, but
All right. Well, does anybody want to try the door?
yeah, we might as well.
All right, fuck it, I'll go.
All right. So you open the door into, it's narrower and shorter than the other shrines. The walls don't have any windows. on them, except for the one at the back, a huge stained glass window with a rose window at the top. Absolutely and utterly beautiful, sending blood red and orange light in. Down the center of the room is a raised flower bed filled with roses, actual roses, red roses. The same with the walls. The walls have roses climbing up them and a beautifully well-kept flower bed with statues of a saint, a female saint, along them. There are no pews in this place. The floor is wet with what appears to be water. As you continue walking, there is at the back, of course, an altar where there are various sort of elements on it, with a woman that appears to be dressed in sort of a black nun's habit, who is humming happily to herself as she is beginning to arrange the elements on the altar.
Can I roll perception check to see if I recognize who this person is?
Sure.
Ooh, okay. My modifier's good. Kinda, because I'm at least proficient in it. So that is a 22.
You do not recognize this humming.
The 27. Do I know this person?
I'm going to say with a 27, weirdly, there's a vague memory. You can't put your finger on who this is, but you've heard similar humming before from someone. You met them only briefly and a very long time ago.
What?
It seems familiar, but I can't put my finger on.
Can I put an arrow on it?
I can't put my finger. Oh, you're asking if you can put an arrow. Probably. Looks sort what we have to do for all of them.
I mean, the last time I waited around before shooting.
Can I do Eyes of the Grave and see if she's undead?
How far does Eyes of the Grave go? 30
oh boy,
feet?
I think like 60 feet.
I mean, mine goes 5
Let
miles.
me do my special thing. I never get to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
60 feet, and if they're not behind total cover or protected from divination magic, mine is just worse than Arthur's.
I will say you have to take a couple of steps forward, but you do manage to catch her at the very edge. She is undead.
If you walk up to where you can see her close, you can tell if she's undead or not.
So basically, Eyes of the Grave is literally, if you can see it and it's within 60 feet, you can tell if it's undead. Which means that if there's a zombie behind a door, it will not ping.
The only time would be remotely useful if it was like an undead disguised by an illusion or
that
something.
Seems kind of stupid then.
It's pretty dumb.
At least it's not a channel
ability.
divinity, I will say.
Yeah.
At least it is not a channel divinity required to do it.
Fair enough, but like...
It's literally the Grave Cleric's first level ability, plus being able to cast Spare the Dying at 30 feet as a bonus action, I think, is the other ability that's like 10 times better.
Like one this campaign.
Yes, that was when the Flame Skull firebombed Arthur in the shop.
See? It's always fire directly to the face. Every time. Every time. Okay, so yeah, roses, lady, nun lady, shooter in the head. Shooting her. I would like to make a stealth check, and then I would like to shoot her.
All right, make a stealth check and then shoot her. She is within range.
Okay, I got a lot.
Can I have a specific number?
42.
Oh God, yes, okay.
All right.
And then make an attack roll.
Minimum, it's gonna be a 15. Like very, very minimum.
Okay. All right, shooter.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use my sharpshooter.
Okay.
Where is it? No. Oh, it was almost. Okay. 24.
That hits. Roll damage.
Okay.
Are you taking the steady aim that gives you advantage for sneak attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
All right. Most certainly.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I didn't mark her first. That's fine.
No, you didn't. But that takes a bonus action, so you'd either have to hunter's marker or steady aim her.
That's fine. 26 total.
All right.
Right in her areas.
You shoot her directly between the shoulder blades. We'll go with that.
There we go. Right in the area.
Avoid weird stuff.
I just a place that's.
You shoot her between the shoulder blades, and she turns. And all of you would actually recognize her, but not in the way that you think. You wouldn't know her name, but she looks almost identical to High Archbishop Miranda, who you met when you went to the great cathedral in Darkmoor.
What? Okay.
You don't
Oh, I
remember her, but like.
Yep.
What?
She looks almost identical.
So
like a twin.
Okay.
Like an identical twin.
What is it with you mortals and murdering your own twins?
Pastime? I don't know. Okay. Are we rolling or?
Yes.
Yeah, because I was like,
you.
She kind of turned around and like.
Yep.
Can I have cast a spell while Arthur does that?
Sure. What spell is it?
Lark's just gonna pull out a handful of teeth and cast animate objects.
Okay.
Delightful.
Teeth time.
What happens when you crit your initiative roll?
Nothing. You crit your initiative roll. You get nothing.
Well, I got a 30 then.
Well, if she has layer actions, you go before her layer actions. That's the only thing.
Oh, okay. Cool.
If she has layer actions.
All right.
Not saying if she does or does not.
I can neither confirm nor deny. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I will neither confirm nor deny.
Rerek got an 8.
Rerek got an 8.
He did.
Lark got a 6.
Lark got a 6. Oh my god. And Percy? Sorry, couldn't hear you.
3.
Jesus.
We're
okay
with tonight.
Y'all are just on fire tonight. Well, some of you were literally on fire.
Okay, cut him some slack.
Okay. Well, she does not have layer actions, luckily for you.
Thank God. I mean, yeah, I don't need that in my life.
But yeah, as she turns around and looks in shock at you and you recognize her, what would you like to do, Arthur? I'm assuming you want to shoot her again.
Yeah.
All right, she's 60 feet down the chamber. Give her a shot.
Wait, is this like the one I'm not supposed to shoot? Like,
shoot her.
Okay, I'm shooting her. Yofi regrets this decision. Arthur does not. What am I doing? Just shooting her. My turn. Advantage because she hasn't acted yet.
True.
Bonus action, I'm gonna Hunter's Marker since I have advantage otherwise. And I'm gonna shoot her. Jeez. Okay, well, with advantage, it was a 19.
That hits.
Thank goodness. Rolled a 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay, 15.
No.
33 total.
33 damage.
Yeah.
Ooh, ouch. She's no longer in triple digits. As you shoot her directly in the chest with this arrow. Anything else you would like to do?
No, I'm gonna reserve Jasmine for a minute, actually. I'm gonna keep her by me.
All right. Well, it is this woman's turn.
Okay.
She's going to She's going to move 30 feet closer to you all as well, I was going to be nice to you, like the others. It's a shame, really. I'm sure you don't remember me, Percy. I went to the cathedral before. I'm sure you know High Archbishop Miranda. I'm her twin sister, Sybil.
Good
We
to
can
meet
be
you.
We can play nice, and when she gets within 30 feet of you, I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
See, this whole play, I didn't, no. Incorrect, ma'am. Play nice.
That is a 21.
All right. It
I'm good at those.
seems, yes, not that she knew that. But yeah, it's very strange. This presence tries to push itself into your mind. Your vision darkens a little bit as she tries to enchant you. You gain a craving for raw meat for a brief moment before you shake it out of your mind. And at that moment, the illusion melts, literally melts away, revealing that the floor is actually covered in blood. The roses are not roses, but piles upon piles of blood and bones and chunks of meat. In fact, she had an illusion over her. Dark raven-like wings spread out in opposition of her sister's radiant white wings. She has rows of almost piranha teeth in her mouth, blood smeared down the front of her. And at this point, Percy, you would recognize the statues in the room and the saint depicted on the stained glass window. This is entirely devoted to Saint Varishka, the queen of cannibals. And she simply goes, well, I guess things are going to have to get a little ugly, she says, as the wound from the arrow completely heals. And that is the end of her turn. Moving on to Rerek, with Lark on deck and Percy going last. She is 30 feet closer, so she is 30 feet away, which is why she was able to use her charm on Percy. Or attempt to.
Wait, I'm sorry, who's
Rerek.
Oh, okay, so I need to do a thing. You said she's 30 feet away?
Yep.
Yoicks. Okay. Do okay. Well then, how far away is Percy?
You all are basically inside the door.
Cool. Well then, protection from evil and good against Percy, I guess.
All right, so Percy, you now have the benefit of protection of evil and good.
Not against, on Percy.
On.
On Percy.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So next up is Lark with Percy on deck.
Eldritch Blast.
Of course.
Okay. So my lowest roll was a 15. Does that hit?
15 does not hit.
The other two are above 30.
Both of those will hit.
So that's 22 force damage. I'm not going to choose to move her back 10 feet at all because she's just within 30 feet of us. So that with my bonus action, I can send my teeth buddies at her because they only have a 30-foot movement speed.
Oh,
Ew.
true.
Yeah, tooth. It's toothing time.
Oh my god.
Oh, gross. Don't say
It's
stop. Don't try to
toothing
make that a
time.
thing. That is not a thing.
That's going on a shirt.
It's not. It will
It's
no.
tooth inside.
It's not. Mm-mm.
Okay, so it's going to be
God.
10 attacks against her.
Oh,
So
good
here we
lord.
go. Either
Have-
10 tiny objects.
Very true.
Okay, it's +8 to hit on each one.
Oh my god.
11 doesn't hit, correct?
15 is her AC, so just remove anything that is not 15 or higher.
Okay, so that's 5 hits out of the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So I roll 4 more of them. So we have 5 hitting her so far. And you said her AC is 15?
Yep.
So she got hit 8 times by this.
All right. Are these considered magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage?
I mean, they're animated objects that are floating in the air. So I think that's your call because they have little pixie wings coming out of them now.
You know what? I'm going to say, yeah, they're magical.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so wait, how many did I hit 8 hit. 8 hit.
8 hit. You only
8
had
hit.
2 miss.
D4.
So that's 8d4 plus what's 8 times 4?
32.
32. Okay. So 8d4 plus 32 damage.
I'm going to take the 32 off. Ouch. She might not survive this round.
With teeth?
7, 9, 13, 15. That was 5 of them, so that's 15 so far.
Uh-huh.
16, 17, 18. So 18 more damage plus the 32.
All right. Ooh.
She's also now surrounded by a swarm of flying teeth.
Yes, she
That's
is.
so-
And the command that I gave them with my bonus action is kill her. So they're going to use their actions to attack and their reactions to attack if she moves away from them.
Okay.
Oh, good to know.
And Lark's going to fly a little bit in and then strafe 30 feet away from the rest of the group.
As her legendary action, she's going to use move. She moves up to her movement speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So she gets up right in your face, Arthur.
Just fantastic.
And that's the end of her legendary action. So next up is Percy. She's like right next to you.
Percy's going to cast Spirit Shroud on himself.
Ooh.
And I'm going to make the damage be radiant damage. Roll my ghastly hand you out of me. And then I'm going to smack her with my mace.
Awesome.
Smack my bitch up. I don't know why I do that song like 2 meetings in a row, but you're welcome. I'm bringing it back.
19 to hit.
19 to hit, 19 hits.
Hell yeah. Okay, so that is 1d8 of bludgeoning and 2d8 of radiant.
Just give them to me both at once because your mace is magical, so.
Fifteen damage. Do you need to separate it at all?
No.
Cool. So 15, and she cannot heal.
Oh, she cannot heal. Oh,
So
okay. Well, is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right. Well, she's gonna, even though she can't heal, that's fine. She doesn't really care. You smacked her. She's not very happy about that. She's going to use her last 2 legendary actions, and she is going to bite you, or attempt to just bite you.
Oh,
Wish you would.
that's not ladylike.
And she did terribly
Yeah.
with that's going to be a 17 to hit.
I'll do a sudden cacophony, so it doesn't hit.
All right.
All my
Yep, she
weird
just
aberrant energy
lunges
pushes her
towards
away.
you, her mouth open. You can see at this point, it is literally 2 rows of teeth as she
Ew.
goes to bite you, and the spirits just swarm in her face as you hear the voices speaking in deep speech, shouting, "Free us!" as it swarms her, pushing her back. Is that the end of your turn, Percy? All right, so Arthur, it is your go. She's very badly injured.
Okay. Well, I unfortunately have my bow equipped, so I'm gonna have to shoot her with that.
So that would be a disadvantage because you're doing it at point blank range.
Zephyr Strike.
Cool.
All right, yeah. So we will actually, you know what? We will no, we'll sharpshooter steady aim this, actually.
Fair enough.
Yep. Is what we're gonna do. So they just cancel,
So it'll be a regular roll.
which is a 32.
I knew you weren't going to miss.
9 and no. Yes. Yes. 10. 36.
36 damage.
Uh-huh.
She explodes into blood all over every single one of you. Just pops like a water balloon of blood, splatters everywhere, and landing with a horrible wet splat on the ground is a heart. The veins made of gold, the flesh made of flesh that is still beating.
It's somebody wanna
I don't know if I'm covered in blood because I was farther away. How big is the blast radius of her blood
I would say
exploding?
the blast radius was probably a good 20 feet.
Oh. Can I use a cantrip to stop it from hitting me as a reaction?
Sure, I'll allow you to do it for rule of cool. You blood bend the blood away.
Yeah, I have shape water or gust as needed. Because Lark's a Swiss Army knife of cantrips when I look
Very
to do
true. So yeah, there is now the heart on the ground in a pool of blood, beating.
I got it. Ew.
Lark's just like floating over and he's doing this with his finger and the teeth are flying in a circle.
Do you wanna hold that?
No, hey, I'm gonna start walking out towards the altar.
It's still moving.
Oh, well, this is the grossest thing we've seen
Today.
Okay.
Today. Not even the grossest thing you've seen today, let alone ever.
So I'm a doctor. Who cares?
It's unsettling, okay? It's just
You've done a heart surgery, or at least stood in on one.
ugh. All right, let's go do the thing.
I mean, I'm just going to put what happens if we eat it?
Okay, we're not
Let's
eating it.
use them and then you can eat it. Okay, I
No,
don't care.
he
After
can't-
we kill Saint Helios, eat whatever the hell you want.
Do not say fuck. To a fairy. To a
Yeah,
fairy.
to a fair. I'm over it. All right, I'm going to put these on the altar right now. You guys can come if you want.
All right, here we go.
Lark's just gonna flick his finger and just have the teeth all embed themselves in the altar. because I mean it only lasts a minute, so he's just gonna just fuck the shit up of the room while he leaves.
Of the altar on the other side, 60 feet away.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that the teeth can get there before the minute expires to just pew 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 embed themselves in it.
And you're gonna give up 10 teeth.
I mean, they only last a minute, so I have a jar of teeth. I harvested a jar of teeth.
He harvested a whole
Very
jar
true.
of
I
teeth
thought you were just picking them up after every battle, so I was.
Well, I mean, I ate some after the last time I used it.
True.
And
Like that.
probably did drop a few, but
Yeah.
there were you said there were like
Right.
6 corpses, and assuming they even had half of their teeth, that's still like 90 teeth. So
Yeah.
Very true.
We rolled a couple dice at one point to see how many teeth I got from there.
Yes.
I don't remember where I wrote it down at though, but it was I have a substantial amount of teeth
it
on
was
me.
an unsettling
Good.
amount of teeth.
Unsettling.
I'm pretty sure that's the phrase I used.
I think
Alright,
it's above
so-
70 teeth is what I started with, so
Yeah.
we'll say I've got like 54 teeth left.
Cool, I'll take it. All right. So yeah, you are now at a 3/4 full jar of teeth.
Now it rattles.
Woo!
Oh, shake it, shake it.
God.
Why?
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, let's put the things in the, respective holes.
Yep. So you return to the altar to see once again the statue of compunction, the statue of attrition, and the statue of abnegation.
Lovely.
All right.
Can I do the fire one?
You can.
Okay. I put the very carefully, I guess, like still kind of not trusting it's not going to burn him. He like puts it in the.
It does when you put it in the torch, kind of give a gout of flame, but it settles down to a regular torch flame sized purple flame. At this
Probably
point, you do hear gears somewhere off in the distance, huge gears, ka-chunk, clunk, 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 before everything goes silent.
Okay.
Rerek should probably get to put the potion up because it was his mini boss that we got it from.
Okay. So I guess Rerek goes to pour the stuff in the eyeball holes.
Yeah, he kind of pours it, unclear of what to do, kind of ends up dumping it on the statue, only to have the statue begin to gush water from the eyes. And once again, you hear the ka-chunk, clunk, 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 before the silence once again.
Doctor, I think it's your turn to go put that heart in that chest.
Right. Yeah. Wish.
Ew.
Throw it in there.
Yep, you put it in, and the golden rib cage that was exposed, that was swung open like a little cage door, actually does clink, snap closed after you've left the heart in there. And once again, you begin to hear the gears all whirling, but they don't stop. The room shakes as the whole platform begins rising up into the air,
Oh, fuck.
rising towards the ceiling that moves away as you end up in a completely different apse of a completely different sanctuary.
Wait.
Before it comes to a stop.
Hello?
There does not seem to be anyone around. However, the doors are open.
What's that?
And it looks out onto a absolutely beautiful, once again, beautiful garden that seems to have a chapel sitting in it, as well as the grand entrance to the cathedral that you can actually see the trunk of the tree rising up from.
So that way.
Presumably.
Objections?
Any better ideas?
You know, I mean, it's a little ostentatious. It's a little screams this way to my lair, but when you create your own demi-plane with layers of bodyguards, I suppose you can afford a little bit of pizzazz.
Yeah, I mean, really, let's be honest. What is the point of this whole city? Just
Fair
what's
enough.
having it.
Grandeur, I suppose.
Obviously, this guy is pretty in love with
Full of
it.
himself.
Yes, he's been stroking his own ego quite a bit here, which, I mean,
Likely more than that for how long he's been alone.
oh,
That was a good one.
Oh, child.
Probably
I think I'm
fallen off
having
a
a
long time ago.
bad effect on you sometimes, which really is just such a good feeling.
I couldn't. It was, yeah, it was right there. So yeah, towards the Silvery Tree Chapel area.
All right. Yep, you head out into the vast gardens of this place leading up to the gigantic cathedral. The chapel, however, as you begin to grow closer to it, there's a golden light coming from it, almost like a fire from a fireplace. It has an unnatural comfort and warmth. It sticks out like a sore thumb. You also notice that the door is open. And Arthur, you hear a familiar sound. The sound of the clacking of a loom coming from inside. It's a very comforting sound.
For a second, I think Arthur would probably like rush forward, like, oh, Miriam, and then maybe stop himself after he got like, let's call it 20 feet.
Yeah, we'll say that. I'll say that you can actually see through the door. The door is not all the way open, but it is quite far ajar. And inside, you see that this room has clearly been repurposed. It's not a chapel anymore. Threaded through the air is almost a web of golden thread, sparkling and shining in some kind of light. Draped over the back wall and piled beautifully is a incredibly long tapestry made entirely of different hues of golden thread. And you can actually see the corner of a statue as you open the door. In the center of the room is a statue that you would be familiar with. 3 women standing around one another. It's the same statue that was in the center of Pinprick.
Weavers.
You interestingly see an area where there is a loom continually on its own weaving a simple gold tapestry. It is the tapestry that's coiled around the room, strung up and hung, displaying specific images of heroes and gardens and princesses and castles and dragons and all kinds of beautiful things, all made with gold beads and gold threads of different hues. You hear the whirling of the spools undoing themselves. You can see the thread slightly bouncing and shaking as it's traveling between wherever it is and wherever it's going. You see on the left-hand side a stool at a table surrounded with beads and threads and needles and pincushions, and crouched on a stool is presumably a woman. She's dressed in a very strange golden attire. She has a conical hat with sort of beading down it that leads to a mask. It also has a back portion that seems to hold up her hair with a variety of pins in it, and a ray, almost like a sort of sun disk of spikes. She has sort of mutton chop shoulder pads, these sort of big puffy pieces of fabric around this beautiful dress that goes all the way down her arms. She has gloves on, all of which are made of this golden fabric. She's actually wearing pants and has these long shoes with points that go up ever so slightly, even though she's perched almost, her elbows between her knees as she's kind of hunched over. In a weird way, you remember your mother, Miriam, reading a book to you, a storybook about the Weavers and the once great religion that it was. This is the dress of the traditional priests that would have been in the temples way, way back in the olden days, the traditions that you still keep alive, although you've lost the traditional garb and there were no traditional priestesses or priests. This is what they would look like. And you watch as this woman takes almost a 6-inch long needle and she is embroidering almost at light speed. Her hand is a blur as the needle shoots back and forth so quickly, it's a ray of light. As she entirely, you watch as in within 6 seconds, she has embroidered an entire person in varying hues of gold before she knocks a gear and it shifts about 6 inches. And she starts working on something else again once again at light speed. And she just keeps working.
How did all of this come to be here? I don't, like, Arthur couldn't help himself from speaking out loud. Like, what?
And at that moment, she stops. And with the sound, almost as if it was somebody, the sound of the threads cracking when you twist a head off of a stuffed animal, she looks directly at you. And in a blur, she's right up on top of you.
Okay.
I see you come from people who keep the tradition alive.
Maybe.
Are you here to kill Saint Peleus?
I feel like I want to say yes, but I also feel like I kind of want to shit myself.
To be expected.
Okay.
As she cocks her head at an unnatural angle. Do you have others, friends, to help?
Yes.
Quick, invite them in. He cannot see within the chapel. And at that moment, as you turn around, she light speed back to her stool as she once again begins embroidering again at light speed.
Hey guys. The psycho lady wants to talk to you. The nice lady wants to talk to you.
Outside, Lark's just gonna look at Percy and be like, and the last time they wanted me to talk to a nice lady, what did she do? Oh, yes. She almost vivisected me with the souls of the dead.
Well,
Well, this time Arthur went in first, so if anyone's getting vivisected, it's probably him.
I'm not dead.
As far as we know.
I'll go in.
Yeah, you see the same thing. And I will say, because you've gone through Pinprick, you do recognize the statue in the center of the room. I would say, Percy, you might recognize it's the Weavers, but they're the old gods. You didn't really study them all that much. But it certainly is a statue of the Weavers with this beautiful sort of weaving room all set up. I would say Rerek probably enters as well. Lark, are you entering?
I'm going to go in too, and Lark's just going to be like, huh. You know, back home to get enough of this gold thread, you'd have to sell your first child to a goblin.
Okay, let's not give her any ideas.
And once again, you hear the sound of the threads snapping, of ripping a stuffed animal's head off as she turns back over, and in a flash, is right up to you. You see, friends, these are good friends.
Yeah, they're okay.
Quick,
Friends.
give me your fingers.
Like, to keep?
She actually grabs your hand, Arthur, and pulls it in, and she takes her needle and she drives it into your finger. But as a surprise, it's not painful. As it meets your hand, there is a white light that glows. You don't feel pain at all. If anything, it feels like a cool breeze on a warm spring day. even though she inserts this 6-inch needle halfway into your finger, it doesn't come out the other side, which is incredibly bizarre, before she pulls it back out. Quick, everyone else, your fingers.
It
Good,
does.
Arthur?
I think so.
It doesn't even leave a mark. It looks like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
She does the same thing to you, the bright white light, the cool breeze on a warm spring day as she inserts 3 inches of this needle into your finger before pulling it out. And of course, she's going to do the same to Rerek.
Can I insight check her before I just let her prick me with a needle?
Yeah, give me an insight check. I'm going to say it's probably going to be pretty hard because she is wearing a golden mask that does not emote.
Oh, I just
It is
wanted
just
to get
a golden mask of a generic pretty woman.
I wanted to vibe check it, and I got a 7 total. So Lark's just going to be like, if this is a trick, I will curse you. As he holds out his finger.
She only manages to get about an inch in before she pulls it away. Good, good. Hopefully this will help. It's all the power I have at the moment.
Okay, you want to tell us exactly what you did?
Bent fate a tiny bit.
Oh, yeah, I guess that checks out.
Go, kill him, and then I will be free. I can join my sisters again and glorify the Weavers once more.
Oh, yeah, that does sound like a good thing. Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for not being murdery.
And she kind of curtsies and light speed back onto the stool before she starts embroidering at light speed again.
You guys wonder if we're up there anywhere? Like looking at the tapestries, like
I mean, you don't see you up there at all.
Lark's just gonna like look at his finger and be like, okay.
Is there another door somewhere?
No, it's just the door you came in, which you can leave because it's open.
Okay, then I guess that way? Back out?
All right. As you reconvene in the courtyard, I will tell you, you all have 1 point of inspiration.
Oh, fabulous. Okay.
Nice.
And that can be used for what? Like advantage on a something?
Basically, you can give yourself advantage. It's basically like a re-roll. Like before I tell you whether it hits or misses, if you want to re-roll a die, even if you already have advantage, you can re-roll it.
Okay,
but you can only do it once. That's how inspiration works.
Right.
So you all have 1 point of inspiration.
Okay, cool. I like that.
And it will persist until you use it.
All right. Inspired. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, well then how do we get to I don't know, I guess up?
Yeah, it is a grand staircase towards the great cathedral's entrance. As you open the door, it is once again a sanctuary with no one in it. Instead of the columns grow trees, their roots digging into the tile, their branches high up above, tangling into a second canopy. Green leaves fall continuously, and you also notice that these are apple trees with blood red apples on them. At the back is a statue of Saint Peleus, except this time not with flesh and blood, but instead bones, as you have seen him before. Skeletal, bone-like, tall, gaunt, clearly undead.
Really kind of thinking about those apples.
He is gonna cast Conjure Celestial, and I'm gonna bring out my sweet little, I forget what it's called, big snake boy.
Your Coatl?
My Coatl, that guy. He's coming back. He lasts for an hour, so as long as you fight him within an hour, I'm good.
At this point, Rerek would say, "Are you sure we want to fight him right now?"
Do we have a different choice?
I feel like we need at least a long rest.
Yeah, where?
We've used all our big gun. I don't know.
I don't know if we can afford a long rest. We're in the belly of the beast there, Rerek.
Where we would do that?
We just don't know what he has up his sleeve. It could be anything.
Yeah.
And the last time we tried to sleep here, he almost murdered all 5 of us.
But he didn't.
Yeah, because he wanted to play games. I'm not taking a risk that he's still in a playful mood if we try to sleep again.
To be honest, I'm good. I'm fine. I have pretty much all my stuff left and everything, so I'm fine.
I mean, I've got some left, I've got some burnt, but let's get real. Half of my combat action is casting a cantrip.
Rerek still has 2/4, a fifth, and everything below that. And full HP from the short rest. So do I. And I've only used what? 2 spells? Yeah. I used Zephyr Strike once. And I used Ensnaring Strike.
All right. I just wanted to be sure that we're prepared.
Yeah.
As much as possible.
I think so. Why not just get it over with? I don't think I can sleep, like, another night.
Yeah.
All right.
So, toward the bigger chapel then?
Also, I get 2 votes because I have a big snake and he agrees with me.
Okay, well, in that case, then I get 3 votes because I have a cat and me and a talking horse. So,
Well, your talking horse isn't here right now.
Yeah,
she would be.
Selena isn't here, so she doesn't count.
Wait, does that mean I get 4 votes because I have? Well, no, wait, 5 votes because there's me and Fifi and my 3 ex-boyfriends,
And also your 54 teeth.
Oh yes.
Okay, so Lark.
All right, what's in this chapel? Here we go. Walk it in.
Yeah. Let's.
Yeah, it's exactly what I told you it was. The apple trees instead of the columns. You do step on quite a lot of leaves and kick a few apples out of the way as you keep walking through this place. There is a door at the back.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, if this is, Lark's just gonna make sure that he keeps flying away from everybody, so he's gonna fly up towards the top of the trees with an aerial view, so it's not that easy to yet again get hit with something that hits everybody else. But there's a door at the back.
Yes, underneath a sort of, there above is a sort of loft where the choir might sit, and an organ behind it on the wall that has the branches of the apple trees growing around it. And you walk through the door. There is a long hallway. But at the end of the hallway, you can see it opens up into a very wide room that appears to be full of grass with a small lake. And growing up in the center of this room is a gigantic apple tree. The room itself seems to be made of bark and wood, as if you were inside the tree itself, the vast tree overlooking the city. And you walk into this room.
Oh, Peleus, we're home.
Really? I mean,
he doesn't know we're here.
Can I pluck an apple?
Yeah, you pluck an apple.
If you eat that.
Do what now?
Please do not eat the apples in the evil church.
I'm gonna eat the apple.
Oh my god.
All right. You know what? Make me a wisdom saving throw.
You know what? I'm gonna do it. Hang on. 23.
Oh my god.
I rolled a nat 20.
As you chew, the apple rots in your hand and in your mouth. You are holding a pile of mush with maggots. And for a moment, something pries into your mind, the presence of St. Peleus, who encourages you to betray your friends, to turn on them. They're only using you to get what they want. But you deserve what you want. But you shake it out of your head and sling the rest of the apple off of your hand.
Yo, guys, don't.
And you are completely fine.
Don't try the apples. They taste like maggots and betrayal.
Yeah.
Maggots and betrayal.
Who'da thunk?
Now that sounds like home cooking.
I mean, by all means, have at it. Oh,
You know, I find this a little offensive. Just a smidge.
yeah, me too. Because now I'm what, like 3 for 4 out of eating foods from other realms.
Well, I mean, isn't Granther's real identity like Apple Johnny or something weird?
The
like
Apple Man, yes.
Apple
Yeah.
Lark's just gonna be like, Granther would be so. I mean, he probably honestly wouldn't care. He's so ancient, he doesn't give a fuck about many things anymore. But like, it's just tacky, honestly. I get it. They're pretty, they're alluring, but come on. Do you mortals have a fixation on apples or something?
Well, listen, it's not like a lot of fruit really grows native to Gothia, so.
That's fair. But he's.
Well, I'm sad you think my realm is tacky.
Well,
and standing
decorate better.
In the branches of the tree is St. Peleus.
Who is he? Just chill. This is exhausted. Why y'all all gotta do these grand entrances? And
Well, since you're so hurried, let's get down to business then. And he begins to back into the tree. It begins to close around him as it shakes and rumbles. You see patches of the branches push aside as you see snake skin in various places, huge swaths of it, before slithering out of the tree is a huge snake.
What?
It begins to uncoil, landing on the ground, rears up almost 30 feet in the air. It is taller than the tree itself, and it gives a loud hiss.
Oh, I don't think so.
Greenish smoke coming out of its mouth, its eyes dancing with wild energy. And that's where we're going to end episode 101. So come back next week as they face St. Peleus, the Serpent of Betrayal, and see how they deal with it. So join us next week.